Bizarre Brain Comics. Hello, my comic book friends, and welcome to Bizarre Brain Comics. I am Gary, your host. And this is where I usually like to take a look at some older comics, talk a little bit about the characters and creators, and examine the stories and the art. Well, this time, I see I have to hold this because that's so big. This time, it's not a comic that I want to take a look at. On the last time I did, I mentioned having to replace a shelf unit, take all the books off and put a new shelf unit in and put them back on, and I showed some of the books from the top shelf. Well, this thing here, this is the Superman Masterpiece Edition. This is what I had on display on top of the shelf. And I thought I ought to share this with you in case you've never seen it or heard of it. Okay. And this is from 1999. My wife got this for me for my birthday or Christmas nearly about 20 years or so ago. And it's been on display in that whole time. And you can see here, this is a big box. And it has here, it says Superman Masterpiece Edition, the Golden Age of America's first superhero. And this is exclusive 8-inch statue of 1938 Superman, reprint of the very first Superman comic book. That's not quite correct. Illustrated hardcover book chronicling the Man of Steel's Golden Age. And this is, of course, a collector's item. Now, from what I understand, they also had a Batman Masterpiece Edition, which I don't think I've ever seen, and a Wonder Woman Masterpiece Edition, which I have seen I think the statuette from that, and I have a copy of the book that is included in that, that I bought secondhand someplace. And I have, in the book that's with this one, I read from the library, I think it was before I got this Masterpiece Edition. I'm not positive on that. So, let me show you. It's what, about 15 inches high, by, 3.5 inches deep, and what about 16, 18, the same dimensions, wide. You can see it. It's a big box and it opens up. Ooh. Open the creaking door. Creak, creak, creak. Okay. Here. Okay, and then here is a reproduction of, it's not a complete facsimile edition, but it is more or less a reproduction. I'll put this one down for a minute. You can probably see it. Of Superman #1. See, that's why I said it's not the very first Superman Action Comics. #1 was the first Superman. It wasn't a complete Superman book, but of course, this is Superman for 10 cents. And this story might look familiar to you, because if you've not seen it, check out my very first video I did on this channel, which was covering this book, but it was from a reprint, the tabloid-sized reprint, and I went through that first story. That first Superman story from Superman #1 by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. And then, well, see if I can get that back in the sleeve. It doesn't want to go. There we go. Then we have this book right here, hardback book. And this is Superman, whoops, missed it. Superman, The Golden Age by Les Daniels. And this is Interesting book. It's just his chapters just talks about the golden age of comics and Superman. Pulp has the pulps leading up to it. There is a reproduction of the cover of the very first Superman story by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, and they did on their own. And and there's some examples of other stuff by Joe Shuster. There's a Doctor Occult, just some other stuff, and some of the history. Very first balloon in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Yeah, that's what I wanted to show. This a painting right here, which hung for many years in the DC Comics offices, and was also a poster, which I've got someplace, and I think it was on a cover of used as a cover on one of their tabloid books. I'm not positive on that. And then rounding it out is this 8-inch Golden Age. There, you can see it better. Golden Age Superman figurine. Depicting the 1938 version of Superman, and I guess it's based on some toys from that time, but only more finely done. And I have never taken it out of the blister, and I don't intend to. So that's all I wanted to share with you this time. Let's creak this door. Creak. Yeah. So thank you for joining me. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and I just wanted to share this little thing with you. So do leave a comment. Have you seen this before? Do you have a copy of it? Do you have one of it? Or do you have the Batman or Wonder Woman equivalents? Because I don't. So thanks again for joining me, and remember, comics are art.